My name is Matt Kirk, and for the past 3 years now, I've owned a company here in Austin called Ornamental Iron Fence Supply. My family consists of Audra, my wife, and my daughter, who would be 2 years old, Isabella, and then we have one on the way that we just found out about. So we're pretty excited about that. The missional community that we're involved in is here. It's our group, me and Audra's group, and we meet here in our house in Maynard, Texas. We have a wide spectrum of ages that come to that. We have marrieds and with youth, and then we have singles, and it's a really unique group of people. Our group is focused, one of the focuses of it is to reach out to the international students of the University of Texas. And that came about really through Audra and myself taking the Perspectives course about 3 years ago, and we're being involved through that, and we're still involved with that. And through that, we found out that there's, I think, 13,000 international students at the University of Texas right now. They do a survey through the international office, and one of the deals that they ask an international student is if you could have done one thing at your stay while you were at the university that you didn't get to do, what is it? And 95% of that answer comes back that we wish we had a meal in an American home. And so we do this event with international ministries on campus to welcome them. It's called Welcome to Texas every year in August. And what we do is we feed students who have just come to the University of Texas for the first time. Most of them have only been in the United States for maybe 2 to 3 days, maybe a week at the most. You'll be amazed at what happens because the world literally walks right by you in these events, and they all have their name tags from South Africa and India and Turkey and Australia and even Mexico. And so we cook, and then we serve them the food in like a catering service, if you will, through that. But through what happens through that is we get to be relational through what we do, because we get to know who the students are by them walking through the service line, the food service line. They have no clue what brisket is. They have no clue what potato salad is. And so you get to be able to sit there and tell them what those things are. When we're done serving, we go set tables with them and just ask where they're from, how they're doing, where they live, and things about their culture. On our first event that we served at, there was a nervousness in the air within our community group. And the reason why is we've never done this before. We didn't know what to expect. And when we came back to the house, there was a major thing that happened. They said, this is something that we want to do. We want to be involved in this. We have not had, there was statements made, we haven't had joy like this in a while. And to see the world walk by us, to see these things happen, a fulfillment of serving others, and doing that together, and it brought a real sense of community that we hadn't had in this group at that time. What it does is it just gets us out of our element. It gets us out of our element to see who we really are. We're not sitting at church. We're not sitting in this room in our house and opening the Bible. We get to see who people are every day. And so doing that, our guard kind of drops. And so we get to find out what's really going on in life as we serve together, as we talk together. And so it's really cool that what we've seen is a more intimacy within our group, and more openness that has happened because of these events. I don't think you're community until you live missionally together. I just think you're a social group, to be honest. We didn't really see community start to happen until we got on mission, until we had a purpose to serve together, until we got down and at times we were dirty in what we were doing, because missional living means that I have to open my life to those that I'm around at that point in time. And then at times we didn't want to be there, but it was fun, and we see that. And then we see these students' faces light up. They're afraid to be in this country, and a smile, serving them a plate of hot, warm food does amazing things. People ask me all the time, says, so how is serving food missional and become missional within your community group? And the story goes kind of to this effect. Through serving in this, the last event that we were at was the very first event that the University of Texas put on theirself. That's a major thing. It's a major thing. Used to, they would have their little stuff going, and then we would have our stuff going. And the University of Texas asked us if they could put it on, and we would join them in what they were doing. And so what has happened is the doors have opened wide. It's been pretty phenomenal of the doors that have been opened up through our serving of this.